This is Kal Kat the Kal Katster. This is a review of Star Trek Discovery Season Episode 9, Terra Firma Part 1, which has a guy acting like Brian's story in it. That's an alien Yor. I don't think it is him, but he's acting like him. That'd be awesome if it was. He got a part in the Star Trek again after like 30 years. But yeah. So, well, basically our episode is, yeah, so Geogrio is dying because she's from the Terran universe, and there's, basically, they bring up this time alien that came from the Next Generation period, 2270s period. However, the uniform is wrong. If he came from the 2270s, he would have been noticed immediately, because they changed uniforms in the 2370s. The 2370s is where he's from. They changed the uniforms to Deep Space Nine kind by then. Yeah. So they would have noticed him immediately. Oh, maybe not though. Maybe he was one of the crewmen that did not update their uniform. It's a second season uniform. It has the zipper down the front. Second season, TNG, and it would actually be from 2365. Oh well, not 70, but maybe they rounded down. Also, the star date in a previous episode of 86311 is wrong. That would either place it in the 2700s or in, depending on the star date TNG calendar, or 3260 in old school calendar before the reset. So that wouldn't make any sense. It doesn't match. So I don't know where they got the date for that episode previously of the People episode. Yeah. Anyway, so back to this one. Yeah, it wouldn't be correct, but it would be correct in Cillian space, where the Starcracker story went to 27 something. Wouldn't even be correct there, really. Actually, no. Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, they just threw out an arbitrary number and thought it works, but it doesn't in TNG period. Unless they did a reset of the star dates again, which could have happened. Then, yeah. Yeah. So they find out that the distress call is a Kelpian science ship that's in the nebula. This is the B story, and they're going to go to the science ship, and well, they might, but originally they didn't get the signal at first, but then Tal figured it out, but had help from Stamets. Yeah, so so they figured that out. They go to there's the time traveler guy is already dead. It's a picture. It's sort of a hologram of the time traveler from the alien from the with the TNG outfit on from season 2. It should have been a Deep Space Nine outfit from season 1. That would have been accurate. Oops. Yeah. Maybe they didn't have one. I have one. They could have borrowed my Voyager outfit. It would have worked. They didn't ask me. I've got one. But yeah. But still, okay. Yeah. As long as I get to play the alien, of course. Yeah. They didn't do that, so yeah. It's probably kind of ratty anyway. But yeah. So. Guest stars, yay! In the Memory Alpha doesn't list the name of who the actor is. This unknown actor is yours, so I think it is Brian's story. I like to think it is. That it's actually him. They just put him in there. Well, yeah, that'd be cool. It probably isn't, because yeah, he'd be Kirk God and then be the alien, and kind of makes sense because this guy refers to a Cillian thing when they meet him, this icy moon of a gas giant with rings. They meet him on this planet, and they Burnham and Georgiou go to the planet because the only chance they have for her to survive, 5% chance. You're going to go to this planet. And there's this door, space door. Michael Gemmell. Space door Andromeda, Michael Gemmell idea. Which is in the Cillian space as well. Even though without his permission, it was parodied and rewritten, but it's Michael Gemmell. It's his game. It's a short story. It's in there. So yeah, they go to visit Mike Gemmell, but he's old, and he's on the planet. Is being played by Brian Story, which is weird. And they meet him, and he makes a joke about the door. He says, "This is a cute door. It's adorable, huh?" And it's not a cute door. It's adorable. The Qute are the alien Q in Cillian space, in Starship Locations. They directly referenced Starship Locations. They're reading our fan fiction. They are reading it. They are combing through it, going, "Oh yeah, we gotta have a Qute on an ice planet. Well, make it an ice planet, but make it different." Like yeah, they're reading our stuff. They totally are, and it's online on Amazon. They bought it and they read it. So this alien, similar to Eon from Starship Chimera, the movies, and Kirk God, sort of melded them together into this door guardian guy. Georgiou passes through the door, and the rest of the story is spent in the Terran universe and the Terran Discovery. And Georgiou has things from the future in mind, and she's going to stop her assassination attempt by the evil Burnham, evil Killian and all that. And earlier, Cronenberg had appeared. Cronenberg as the Section 31 alien guardian dude. He appeared when in the alien thing, the sickbay, and when they showed the alien thing, and he explained the time warp thing, which was all convoluted, and that she traveled too many times, and she's got to go to this ice planet. So that's why she's doing on the ice planet. I'm thinking that when they get there, and then Wells' assassination, they kill Stamets again. They mentioned Lorca a few times. Going out with Burnham, that's gross. They have Stamets doing a no play, crossed with a little bit of Mulan. I guess they were inspired by the Mulan remake. They probably saw the commercials for it. It's strange, but yes, and a no play, which is, I believe, no plays are they Japanese? Yeah, they keep man. No, everything you're thinking of as Chinese is Japanese. They might as well have had geishas in it again, like they did in the original cartoon of that movie. We don't want to go on a tangent about that. We don't have much battery time left. But yeah, they're not geishas. They're not supposed to be. So we go to the planet, and we have as part one of part two. There's two parts. The Terran ship. I'm thinking the Trek Yards people are guessing on red herrings here, and that the Discovery is not in the nebula. The Discovery is sort of the Terran one. I think that's what they're gonna do. That's my guess. Which wouldn't make sense if in part two of this episode they say, "Oh, the Terran," she goes back and changes history. If they say that this is a holodeck on the planet, and they pass through the door, and it's just an arch to a holodeck, a big, elaborate holodeck, and then it's all a dream, basically. But that would be a cop-out if they did that. I think that the guy had the paper, which had her death on it. I think the Q alien is messing with space and time, so there's probably going to be some sort of weird face-off with the Terrans in the nebula. That would be my guess. And that leads to the burn. A century before. But that would be convoluted if they did that. Hopefully they're not doing that. Hopefully it is a holodeck, and when she gets out of it, she goes like, "Oh yeah, whatever." No, but yeah. And the other ship is something else. Yeah. So that uniform should have been a 2370s uniform. So it should have looked kind of like the Voyager and the Deep Space Nine ones, because Deep Space Nine started in 2369. But they could have been phased out. They could have had a season 2 phased out uniform somewhere. But it would have been like 6 years earlier. So kind of weird. If they'd gone with a TNG Season 7 uniform, or even a Season 3 uniform, it would have made sense. They still had those around. And then they changed them in the movie, so who knows with these uniform changes. So is that Admiral actually evil? I don't know. Anyway, so that is my review of Terra Firma, which actually acknowledges Silly Trek blatantly and mentions the Qute door. They have those in series, in Silly Trek. Yeah, they have one. They have a few of those on the planet in Space Door. They have a few of those on the planet in the crossover with Discovery earlier. They are the Planet of the Fallen Ones. They had lots of those on the planet. The whole planet was devoted to mirror type of alternate universe takes amusement park planet kind of thing going on. More advanced though, because it was in the 3180s, so it had to be more advanced. But it was basically an amusement park planet. So yeah, they're on an amusement park planet. I don't think the Terran ship actually takes off to change the future, because that really wouldn't make sense. But if they did that, they've already said it, so they could do that. But I think it's probably all just to help her medically. It's sort of like a therapy planet, kind of, because they keep mentioning help a lot in there, and I think that's what's going on. Anyway, but even if I know a teensy bit about it next week, I'm not giving it away. I'm trying not to give it away. Okay. So yeah, I would. More on the Transformers stuff to come on the channel, and like and subscribe. There is we're doing a Planet of the Beasts, and yeah, so that's it.